Hey guys, welcome back. I think I'm going to plug you in today. I've got enough juice in here, but just in case, so excuse me if my phone moves a little tad there. And I'm hoping the dogs will be quiet. I just yelled at them for barking. But anyways, it's been a long time since I've been in here. And I've been in here, I just haven't been making videos. And the videos that I made, I haven't put up yet. So, I'll go through them and see how they are before I put it up. But today I wanted to do something springy. So I'm using Sculpey Primo in the mint green and white. And I've got Cernit translucent. That took forever just to condition. I'm trying to get rid of it. And then hopefully maybe order from a different source and see if I can get some fresh clay. Because every time I order this stuff, it's always hard. Which is funny because if I order it from England off of Amazon, that's a seller in the UK, it comes to me so soft. So I can't figure that one out. But if I can get some more clay from her, I will. As I'm cutting these out, I will tell you that I have now linked everything that I use in the videos in an Amazon affiliate store. So as I work with new products or products that I have that I don't own, I can link you there. If I find that lady in England that has that soft clay at a great price, I will link that to you as well. So I'm going to do a Makume Gane, but I wanted to try making a ghost cane with it. I don't think I have any of those. So what I did was I did the white at a number 5. I did the translucent at a number 2. So this is a white on the bottom. And then I might just mix it around and do one layer of white, maybe 2 layers of white. I'm just going to add a little bit of gold in there. And the problem with this is the translucent looks so much like the white. And sometimes it's kind of hard to decipher. So we're going to do 2 white right here. Add a little more gold. Add a translucent. Sure, why not? We'll do a little more gold today. And we'll do another 1. And we'll add a translucent. Add more gold. We're going to add 2 white. Translucent. And white. Okay, so that's it for that. So it's just a big chunk of white and translucent. And on this pattern, I want to make it really, really small. I don't want real long lines on this. Okay, so we're just squishing it down in all different directions. Mostly getting all the air bubbles out. There's a whole bunch in that one. Yeah, I've been into a Makume Gane kick lately. I don't know why. I just love all the different patterns you get out of it. Okay, and we're just going to layer that right on top. And we're going to do one more. You don't want to do too much or you'll blend everything together into one big mush. Okay, and you know me, I like my circles. So I'll do a couple over there. This circle might be a little too big to use. Let's see if I have one a little smaller. Then I'll take the blade. My fingers are not working today at all. And I'm just gonna go kind of like back and forth. Like that. Okay. And then we gotta add some pokey things. So I'm gonna use the bottom of a paintbrush. I like to use something a little thinner. So how about a ball tool? I'm kind of going in on the side instead of straight down. And then let me get a knitting needle. Something a little thinner than this. There we go. Not much, but it'll do. That's why I wanted to use a knitting needle, because it's a little longer and my fingers can grip it a little better. So yeah, we're just making this as small as we can to get the best designs out of it, hopefully. And I'm probably going to do a no-no and just peek. Let's see if it's going to be something I wanted. So I'm not going to cut all the way through. I'm just going to cut down and just kind of peek at it. See what we got going in there. Okay, looking pretty good. So we're going to go a little more. And I'm going to go on the other side. Oop, and I got something in there. We definitely don't want that red. I don't know where that came from. Very interesting. Okay, and then I'll use a little square here. Okay, so now we're going to put that back together. And we're going to set this aside for a minute. Try and flatten it down, get a nice even piece. That should do it. Okay, so I'm going to set that right there. And now this green I put in on a 0 on my machine, which is my thickest. And I just want a strip of this. And I'm going to add gold to this as well. I'm debating whether I want to cover it all or if I want to leave a little bit of the green showing. So we're just going to put some there and there. Okay, and then we're going to run this through the pasta machine. Okay, let's take take off the excess. Whatever sticks, sticks. What doesn't, doesn't. Okay, so now we're going to run this through the pasta machine, and I'm going to go until it starts crackling. So right now I'm putting it in at a 0, and then I'll go to a 1, and then I usually skip like 2. And then I rotate it. So I go one side, rotate it, go another side. And now I'm at a number 5. And you can see the crackling we've got going on here. Okay, we've got a couple spots that we probably could have added a little bit here. Okay, and then I'm going to take this at a number, I don't know, I'll take this at a number 2. And this is going to go underneath it. Actually, I'm going to take this at a number 5. And this is what we're going to work on. Wow, I just cannot pick anything up today. Okay, so we're going to move that aside. And then we're going to run this through again. Just until you get a little bit of tension on it. A 3 would be fine. Okay. If I need to go thicker later, I can always add more. And now, the tough part, this you know how I usually cut like this? Right now, I'm cutting it like this because I want to get the thinnest cuts that I possibly can. Because I want this to show through. So I'm just sliding a little bit off the top. And since this is the top, I'm not going to use it. But I think this blade's a little sharper, so I'm going to use this one. Okay, I'm just going to cut really thin strips, and we're just going to lay it down. And this might take me a little bit of time. So I may hit pause while I do this. I just want to give you the idea of what I'm doing. So basically you're just going in and getting it as thin as you can. Well, we all knew that was going to happen, right? I'll be right back. Okay, they stopped for now. So I turned it back on its side because I wasn't having a whole lot of luck doing it this way, that way. So I just don't know if I can go thin like this. So far, so good. So just go easy, I guess. And you know what? I'm just going to lay it down and then I'll come in and fill up the holes. Okay, so I know that that's a thick piece right there. So I'm going to set that right there. And I'm going to shave a little bit off the top here. Because I know that it felt very, very thick. It's not going to want to come off, is it? Okay. Alright. So let's keep going here. So basically this is all I'm going to do until I cover the green. Okay, and then I'll come back as soon as I cover all of this. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got it all done. We ended up cutting that in half, and it was easier for me to cut through it. And we've got most of it covered. I don't have a problem with some of the bright green sticking out. But most of the green will be underneath here. Now we're just gonna burnish all of that in there. Oh, I think this is gonna end up looking really pretty. I don't know, there's something about mint green and gold, and I've had mint green on my mind lately, just something springy. And then it was like, okay, now what do I do to dress it up a little bit? And I thought, well, why not try a ghost cane with gold in it and lay it on top? And I'm really glad that I stuck with it, because I think I'm really going to like this. Okay, so I don't know. Well, it's pretty thin. So I might end up taking, I'm going to put this through at a number 3 anyways. Just to see. Yeah, it's about a number 3. But, I don't know. I feel like I don't want it that thin, if that makes sense. And I want a nice little texture on the back. So I'm going to take the rest of the green that I have. We're going to go ahead and go a little thicker. Okay, so this is a 3. So again, at a number 5. And I'm trying to think of how big I need to get this. I might have to pull some more green out. So let me grab a little more green and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this stuff just right here in the corner. Probably won't use this part. I just don't want to waste any of it, you know. So we're going to lift this up, and we're going to take this and use our little sponge. I think I was mentioning this when my dogs were barking, I don't know. But if you look on my videos now, you will find a link to my Amazon list. And everything that I use that you can buy off of Amazon is on there. I thought I said something, but seeing that I can't go back on the video to see if I already talked about it, I'm saying it again. I've got a link up there for these texture sheets and some other things that I've got up there, which I'll show you after I put this together. Okay, so we're just going to lay that right on top. Yeah, there's some area that's overlapping, but that's okay. I won't go all the way to the edges. Okay, so now the worst part is finding what cutter would go great with these. I know horseshoes are big, but to me horseshoes is not going to show this beautiful design. So my fallback one is always my, kind of like a kite shape one. Well, let's see if I can find that one in my mass of cutters here. be right on top. Okay, let me hit pause so you don't have to wait. Okay, so I took out a couple horseshoes, but these are the ones that I always seem to use. And I don't want to go too big or too small, so I'm going to do 2 of them. So that's almost a 2-inch. And that will be a 2-inch. I don't have anything just a tad bit smaller. I do. If I go really small though, I don't know if you'll see it all. Okay, so that's where it ends. So we're just going to go right here to the corner. And I'm not using water or anything. I shouldn't have to with these. But again, when you use your cutters that have 2 separate holes, make sure that you're pressing down really good on the center one right there, because that needs enough pressure just like the outside ones. Okay. So I did a teeny one, a teeny one. I think this was the same size, right? Yep. And I did the little one. So we'll make some big ones really quick. So I can get a circle out of that right there. So I'll do that. Even though I'll probably use these to connect onto. I'll make a couple circles anyways, if I can find a circle cutter. Oh, I always have such a mess on here. It's never clean, ever. I've got to have something that has a round cutter attached to it. That's really small. No, that's probably all that I'm going to get out of it anyway, so we're going to do that right there. And we'll do there. There we go. Just in case we want to use those. Now, I have these. These are new. These are huge as well. I don't know what this is going to look like. I don't like using like the embossed ones with a pattern, because I think it takes away from the pattern. But this time I'm going to try it. And honestly, you're not going to be able to see what this looks like until it comes out of the oven. Oh, but that worked out kind of perfect. And it didn't get stuck. Did I speak too soon? I did. Yeah, the embossed ones, I will tell you, even though the cutters are sharp, they still manage to get stuck just because of the nature of it. I have to fix that one up now. And let's do I like these. They're just really big. And I make samples of stuff, but I don't make every size, which is probably a mistake. If I make a big one, I am not going to be able to make 2 small ones and a big one, and I don't know if that'll show it up real well. Alright, so we're going to go big. Okay, and we can do another circle, but I think I'd want to go bigger than the one that I had. I think that one's going to be way too big. But that's too small. This one looks just right. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to try and use as much as I can. Now if I can get just a little cut in here. Just getting that center cut really nice. Alright, I think we actually may have done it. And hopefully I have enough for 2 more circles. No, that's okay. That's got to come out anyways. And that's a little one. So we're going to put that right there. And I'll do that right there. Okay. So now, let's lift this up. And pray that what doesn't come up is what's not supposed to come up. And with a pattern like this, you can always lay it back down and connect it all together and continue making more. Yeah, I made this so tight that it's not all coming up in one piece, is it? Okay. And what I was thinking before I let you guys go is trying to see what this would look like with a little black underneath it. And that way we have one that's got a dark bottom and a light bottom. Let me get these all on a tile. And then I'll have to reshape some of these. So they look pretty cool as it is. So I think when they come out, they're going to look really nice. And then I can use my stud helpers and put a stud in these small ones if I don't want to drill a hole. Okay, so this is what we got so far. It looks pretty cool, but I think it's going to look even more cool when that translucent blends into that background. So really quick, I know that I have black out here. I'm just going to grab a little bit, and just enough for 1 pair of earrings. That way I can get that on the tile as well. So this is Primo Black. And again, I'm just going to run this at a 0. And we're going to do our fun earrings. So I'm just going to do, I've got enough right here to make a couple small ones. So we're going to do that. Okay, so on this one, again, we're going to add a little bit of gold. And the way that other one worked, it looked really, really good. putting it all over, it did break up so that you could see some of the color underneath. So that's what I'm going to do on this one. But if a little black shows, I'm not going to worry about it. That's fine too. So I'll take this little piece right there and that's a big chunk I could put right there. Okay, so now we got that on there. Just burnish it a little bit, and then I'm going to put it through the pasta machine until it crackles. And it crackled at a number 2. We're going to keep going. I'll go to a 5. Oh, okay. Well, I might be able to make the small earring and the big earring. So let me go ahead and get that cane right here, and we're going to do the same thing and cover it, and then we'll be right back to show you what it looks like before it goes in the oven. Okay guys, so we've got this covered up. So now again we're going to do the same thing that we did before. I still got quite a bit of that cane left. And we're going to meld it in really nice. And then I will add a backing like I did with the other one. But with the translucent, just want it smooth on there. I think I need to change paper because this is so coated with all the oils out of the clay. It's made it really hard. Alright, so let's grab some clay real quick. And that one's pretty thin. So we'll probably do the same and run this at a number 3 to finish it. So that's about wide enough. There's 2. Oh, I wish they'd make pasta machines with handles that stay in. I just decided to take off on me. Alright, so there we go. We got enough coverage. So now we want to make sure the back is really clean. And we're going to find our spongy thing again. You guys destroy your studio or wherever you work as fast and easy as I do. It's just amazing just to do one project what my workbench looks like when I'm done. I got a little bit of white on my hands, but that's okay because a little Posca marker or any kind of acrylic marker will cover up any of those if I have anything left. Okay, so now we're going to set that down here. And we're going to lift this up now. I did a 3. You can do whatever you want. If you like yours a little thicker, go a little thicker. Or even a little thinner, because you know I'm going to put resin on top. So that's going to add a little bit to the thickness as well. So I just want to save as much black as I can. Even though it might have a little bit of gold on it, that's fine. Alright. So we're going to just roll this just to make sure that top and bottom are nice and attached to each other. So I'm doing it really light. Alrighty, so of course we'll do the kind of small one. I think I had one that was a little smaller than that, right? I just used it. Was it this one? Maybe it was. Alright, well. And at least I don't have a pattern to where I can turn these any way I want. Sometimes when you have that one pattern, you only want them a certain way. This is working out just fine. Okay. Now, do I want the bigger pair? I mean, I can do 1 and 2. Or do I want to try a bigger pair in this today? You know what? I'm going to do these because I think these would look really elegant. Instead of using a roller, the best thing to use on this would be an acrylic block. Because as you could see, it kind of lifted up. So a rubber stamp or an acrylic block would get that whole top. Oh, and that was dumb. Because I don't know if I'm going to get it out. And it did. Okay, well. I'll put this one over here. And use up this little round corner right here. Pray that I don't destroy it, and I can't believe I didn't. I'm going to put this right here. Put this right there. And I think with this, instead of using a circle, ooh, darn it. Instead of using a circle, I'm going to use a nice gold ring for those. So I'm going to make at least circles for these. Although black, just a straight black might look good too. So it's probably what I'm going to end up doing. And if I can get a circle, I think this was a little too big. I know we had one more. I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 out anyways, just in case I change my mind. But I think black or gold. Ooh, you know, and you can take a black circle and put gold leaf on top, burnish it, and then put it in the oven just like that. And then you can seal the gold with resin. This one was a little easier to pull out. And I'll show you what I mean on that. Okay, so I do not have another tile in here. Oh, yes I do. Okay, so let me throw all these on the tile. And then we are going to go throw this in the oven. Gonna make sure that these sit right, because these, every time you lift them up, they kind of lose their shape. There we go. And let's make sure this one's okay. Okay, those are sitting down pretty well. Alrighty, so now we have 2 of them that are full. And we're going to go ahead and put them in, and we'll see you in about an hour. Okay guys, so I didn't finish up as much as I wanted to, but these were the green earrings. I still got to clean up the sides a little bit. And of course, they never want to hang right. Okay, so the green did come out quite a bit, but on the black ones, they did not. And I don't know why. When I had them here, and yes, as things were getting resined, I was working on new rollers, and so I've kind of got everything on my workbench right now. But these were the black. And as you can see, the black did not really come through the translucent like it should have. So I don't think I cut these thin enough. You know what would be nice is getting like a cheese slicer or something. I'm wondering if I can get a nice piece using one of those. Because me and a blade, obviously, we don't work well together. I either make them too thick or too thin. But that's what we made tonight, and I hope you guys enjoy it. You can use it on top of any color. You know, I want to do another one maybe with a peacock blue, would look really nice too. Just something dark, but I really liked how elegant these ended up looking, even though they're huge. I've got all my other ones. I haven't finished or resined the other ones. So I'm going to do that now while I let you go, and we will talk to you later. Have a wonderful night. Sorry this is so late. It's been another heck of a day, so we'll talk to you later. Bye.